Hello, Anashe, and this is both the 16th and the 17th YouTube Pagan Challenge. And this week's questions is, what other religion influence you or appeal to you? And 17, how would you introduce spirituality to your children? Would you pass this book, I suppose my grimoires and my book of shadows, to my children? I'll start with the first question. First of all, before I became Voodoo-ncy, I was an eclectic neo-pagan. So yes, I was influenced by many religions, like British traditional witchcraft, and at some point some reclaiming. But I'm always enjoying seeing how other pagan religions are doing their thing. For instance, as I mentioned a lot of times in these videos, one of my best friends is a Tibetan Buddhist. And even though they say Buddhism is not a religion, she is basically practicing Buddhist religion, which is very sound, very earthy, very well-established paganism. I also find a lot of interest and celebrate some of the holidays that has to do with Canaanite paganism in Israel. I also find a lot of interest in all the religions that basically came here. We had Roman religion, Greek religion, Egyptian religion. We had many religions passing through our area because we had the line to all the gold and the incense and the perfume and the silk. So yes, I'm very curious about other sorts of religion, and a lot of times myths and stories in those religions could be translated into how the world works, and how the world works is basically an important part of magic and witchcraft. Obviously, I also take interest in hoodoo and conjure, and in Native American religion of different tribes. So I have a lot of religions appealing to me. How would you introduce your spirituality to children? What would you pass this book to your children? I would actually, I wouldn't try to introduce children to my spirituality. If they are living with me in the same house, they are basically, they would participate in the ceremonies that are appropriate to their level. And, if they have questions, I will answer their questions. And I will tell them different stories that are appropriate to their age group about the different spirits of the Orishas. And, even stories not specifically from voodoo. There are many mythological stories out there that I find worthy. Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, there are so many ways to tell stories and explain about how this world works and give answers to questions of children and otherwise. Would I pass my books? It's not a book, it's books. To my children? Had I had natural born children? Yes, but I do not. So I will just, leave them to my relatives and they will decide what to do with them. I hope my answer satisfies. I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to make a video last week. Sadly, people, the lot next to my house that used to be a beautiful green field has become a building site, and during the daytime there is a lot of hammering about, there is a lot of noise and a lot of, creation of, they're basically building a house and they're digging the foundations. And it creates a lot of mess and a lot of noise, so I don't have a lot of time to make videos, but I would try to make at least the YouTube Pagan Challenge once a week for the next few months. So thank you for listening, and goodbye, Nashe.